Hey everybody, this is Joel from Bucerias Joel here on YouTube. Man, I feel sorry for you when you have to go get your tax number. I've been living here 12 years. I got a tax number. Of course, something had to go wrong with it, so I have to come here and redo it. It's a total shit show. You make an appointment, but then you bring all the paperwork and they say, you know what, that's not the paperwork. You got to get different paperwork. So you got to cancel your appointment and do it all over again and get in that crazy, crazy line. Insane. I feel sorry for you if you ever have to come to SAT to get anything done, because it's a nightmare. Finally, when you do get in, you're going to spend the whole half a day there, just waiting and waiting and waiting to get this little thing on your USB. It's like a fiel. It's like a special key that you need to access your accounts and pay your taxes. So they make it really, really hard to pay taxes. They make it really, really hard to, I got to run across the street here and not get run over, to get anything done. So there's my rant for today. All right, just a little update. Here in my car, and Nadia just called me. Thank you, Nadia. She called Oliver, who's my accountant, and he's going to send one of his staff over here in the next 10 minutes to go argue with these guys, because I have my total play here. Number one, there's not a requirement to have a proof of address, but I think these guys, it's like they sit outside all day having to deal with people, and they love it. It's like a little game, and they're like, how many people can we send home today? And just, you know, because then there's less people they have to deal with or something. I don't know exactly why the game, but I have my identification. I have my USB card with my old fiel on it. I have my total play invoice with my name on it, my address and everything. What more do they need, right? But no, that's not proof enough that Joel Goralski is who Joel Goralski is. Literally, that's how it works. So what they want for proof is that I print out a línea de captura on a piece of paper showing that I paid my total play bill with my account. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, that's what they want. They want a línea de captura to show that I paid my total play to prove that I am who I am. Isn't that insane? SAT. Why are you making it so difficult for people? I guess right now my tax number's in limbo because it broke and I need to get it redone, and I can't do anything. I can't even file my taxes right now, which I need to do because I have to file them every month because I am a business. My personal business at BC Bucerias, and I can't even do that. And I file my taxes every month without fail, always on time, always pay my taxes. And I can't do it because my fiel is broken. And I can't get a new fiel because they don't believe I am who I am, even though I want to pay them taxes. They're like, no, we don't believe you're who you are, wanting to pay taxes. You must be someone fictitious, pretending to be Joel to get a new fiel number to pay your taxes, even though I have my ID and I have my total play and have everything else. And they just sit there and they just kind of laugh. It's hilarious. Anyways, let's see where this goes. We'll see where Oliver's employee comes to kind of help me, and we'll see if we can actually get through the SAT and end this miserable episode of going to SAT. You never want to go to SAT. Well, you're gonna have to go to SAT if you're coming here to Mexico and you're getting your RFC, and especially if you're gonna have a business. Well, inevitably you got to come to SAT. It's just what you have to do. Hopefully your SAT experience is better than mine. Oh, and like last week, we had to do the same thing for two companies I have, two corporations. The same thing happened where the number broke and we had to redo it. And we went through the same rigmarole, but I had my accountant here and somehow he was able to talk his way in. I tried to talk my way in, but they were just like, no. And I'm like, well, can you talk to my accountant? He'll tell you and explain. They're like, no, we can't talk to anyone. I said, could I get someone to send the línea de captura over and I'll print it out in here? No, you're not allowed to use our printers. It's like every time I try to come up with a solution, they came up with a reason to block it. And this happened last week too, when we had to come for the other two companies, but Oliver was able to get in and we actually went in and used their printers. And I told them that. I said, well, last time you let us use the printers, and he says, well, we shouldn't have done that. We can't let you use our printers. Anywho, let's see what happens with this experience. Crossing streets in Mexico is always like Frogger. Let's see if we can get this done without getting hit. Dana? Soy Joel.
¿Tiene la cosa de su cita?
Sí. La deja a las 9, pero por los documentos nos están mandando a...
Sí, sí, escuché ahorita.
Whoa, I'm out. I'm out of SAT. Well, it was painful, but it wasn't as crazy as I thought. My appointment was at 9. I ended up getting out of here in 2 hours. The last time I was here, it was kind of horrific because we waited and finally, well, I had 2 appointments for 2 companies and they wouldn't let us do them at once, even though the appointments were 10 minutes apart. So we had to go through the whole process for the first one and then go back in line for the second one. So I was literally here for almost a whole day. But today, had they not rejected my paperwork, I probably would have been in and out of there in about an hour. So it ended up being 2 hours. My tax number is back live. I can now file my taxes. Thank goodness. I have to do a whole video on all the different tax regimes in Mexico, because there's lots of different tax regimes, and kind of explain some of the different ones you could be looking at getting if you are going to be getting permission to work or permission to have a business. Lots of different tax regimes in Mexico, and I think I could do a video on that and give my thoughts on what some of the better ones are, especially if you're starting a small business. All right, everybody, well, thanks again for joining me for this quick video visiting SAT on a Tuesday morning. Yes, it was like kind of poking my eyes out there for a while. Nos vemos hasta luego and adios desde Puerto Vallarta, aquí en Jalisco, Mexico.
Beat drop, 6 track, walked up to offer, seen a sack, trying to do it right, just wanna pay my taxes, keep it real tight, but they stopped me at the door, said I need some proof today, show my total play bill, but they hit me with the no payday, and try way your RF. CRF, just let me be home, but they talking about a línea, capture, what's that mean to me? Felt my patience crack, almost had a heart attack, trying to follow rules, but they keep pushing me back. Finally got inside, but it smelled like doom. Sat in the chair, stuck in the waiting room. People moaning, groaning, looking half alive. Man poking my eye with a needle, might have been more my vibe. Now I know the game. Next time I come prepared with a stack of documents and 1,000-yard stare. Sack, you got me once, but I'll be back. Just hope my ROC don't give me a panic attack.